Thank you. They pass. All right. Who's present? Oh, come with us, Miss Stewart.
Hello, council.
Hey.
So these are the two court referral positions for the court referral program that we proposed a couple of weeks ago. Both of these are written based off of the state's job requirements for that position.
Now, as I understand this, we're getting reimbursed for these
Yes,
positions.
we are awarded a contract through the state that will pay back that plus the supplements of the drug screens.
Okay.
Well, what?
The drug screens will supplement the contract amount.
Any questions?
Yeah, I'm sorry, not normally sitting in on the committee. I did not read beforehand. These are two new positions?
They are. These are the court referral officer positions for court referral program, which is for all drug and alcohol cases at municipal court.
And are they permanent or are they perceived to be a one-year contractual?
They're permanent positions and we re-up on the contract each year. So that's funded by the state through the contract for us to have it in-house instead of an outside agency.
Okay.
The state already, if I'm not, correct me if I'm wrong, but the state already funds this to an outside agency right now. Now we're just bringing it in-house and doing it ourselves and not paying a third party for it, I think.
I would suspect that'll be a lot more convenient.
No doubt
This
about
is
it.
something we've been trying to accomplish for the decade plus that I've been here.
Yeah.
It requires the blessing of our presiding circuit judge, which we have recently gotten. One of our issues is you have a number of cases that are alcohol and drug involved that they're required by law to be assessed and then go through whatever program the CRO assesses them. One of the issues we're running into is it was taking so long to get an assessment. You would have people who would have gone through the more severe treatment requirement faster than it was even taken to get the assessment. Obviously, with the transient nature of a number of our municipal court offenders, this has caused lots of issues, and this should streamline everything and I believe more than pay for itself once everything's added together.
Okay. Do we already have them hired?
No,
We're just putting this out?
this is creating the positions and they'll be posted once they're approved.
Okay.
Some
No
of,
questions?
no.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Here's the
And-
second.
And this is the second one, which is basically the same thing, except
Yes, so there's the court referral officer, which is the entry level, and then the senior position requires 2 years of court referral experience.
okay. Are you gonna be able to find somebody with 2 years?
We hope so.
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
We hope so.
Yeah. I
We're
hope
gonna
so.
have it posted very soon.
I'm just curious, people that are already doing this job for somebody else, would they rather work for us, perhaps?
Could be.
Okay.
Some of.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
All right, we're gonna, Mr. Holmes, Ms. Kreitz, you must not have met any state troopers on your rush trip back from Knoxville.
I just let the other rabbits catch them.
I got you.
I will start and I will let Ms. Kreitz fill in behind me. I don't normally have slides. Jordan, do I need to hit the button or do y'all knock it over
You
for me?
hit the button. You can.
Get conflicting advice. So an issue we have run into is along the newly constructed or the still under construction portion of McWright's Ferry Road. The elevation, if you've driven across 297 or the Bryant Bridge at any point and you look up at new McWright's Ferry Road, the elevation changes quite dramatically there along the riverfront. A little bit of background is years before I was employed at the city, this loop that is formed by Rice Mine, the Hugh Thomas Bridge, Jack Warner Parkway, and 297 is designated by the state as a scenic byway. Initially, the portion that we would like to explore to add is the, I think, green portion.
Mm-hmm.
You answered that the red-green was fine without knowing I was red-green colorblind. I
I'm
would
so
prefer the
sorry.
yellow. The green portion is the new McWright's Ferry Road. One of the main things that a scenic byway does is it prevents the installation of billboards that are on or can be seen by the scenic byway. We want to explore a couple things. One, can we or should we add the new McWright's Ferry portion to the scenic byway? And frankly, if you've had the opportunity to drive down as you turn the corner and look straight down the river, it is an impressive. It is certainly scenic. And two, whether or not installation of billboards along that roadway would be visible from any portion of that scenic byway, probably most specifically 297 as you come across that bridge. It is a extremely high bridge if you've ever walked across it. And so when you look at the height of that bridge, the topography of how McWright's Ferry Road goes up, and then you add in the 50 to 75 feet of a new billboard, we'd like to explore with AlDOT which areas of that billboards would be prohibited and potentially put us into an issue with scenic byway. Now, the reason this is an issue, because you may be asking, we don't allow billboards to be constructed in the city of Tuscaloosa anymore, do we? And no, we don't, but part of our problem is, if you look at this map, the shaded straw or yellow portion are areas that are within the city limits of the city of Tuscaloosa. You see highlighted there in blue the new route of McWright's Ferry Road, and you see the problematic nature of where we are. This is something that Ms. Kreit's team and my team have explored. We know some people are slowly annexing into the city up there, certainly towards the intersection of McWright's Ferry Road and New Watermelon Road. We are hopeful that some of the citizens that live along this path, certainly those with large pieces of property, will start to see some of the benefits. Y'all have faced a number of cases recently where someone wanted to build something that the citizens in the area didn't necessarily want built there. And the question was, annex in and come under city control, or just build it however they want to build it, still out in the county. That is not a issue that I think is going to go away anytime soon, especially once the vehicles start traveling over that new roadway. So what we're asking the council for, Mayor signed an executive order last week when council wasn't meeting. We're asking council to come back and suspend the issuance of building permits for billboards. So this area that is not within the city limits along McWright's Ferry Road is within our planning jurisdiction and does still give us the jurisdiction to issue building permits for these, and that is required before construction can start. So we're asking council to suspend those through January so we can get on the same page with AlDOT and not potentially have a billboard built that puts us into conflict with scenic byway. And I have some history in having conflicts with the scenic byway because this issue came up specifically with some old grandfathered boards, some billboards that are actually there by court order, where we've lost court cases for the billboards to be allowed. And initially, actually, with the McWright's Ferry Road project, we were running into approval issues from AlDOT based upon those. We do not want to run into those issues.
Well, and the infamous vertical billboard. If you'll remember that vertical billboard that sat there at the end of the Bryant Bridge.
By the AT&T.
Well, can you back up a slide while we're talking about that? Are there not, I don't spend a lot of time on that, are there not billboards
There are
all around here?
There's one.
There's the one as you cross the Bryant Bridge, and that one is a court order one, as I recall correctly.
I believe that one and the one between the two Hugh Thomas's bridges as you come over.
Yep.
But we were part of our issue, and this I don't know how you fix, and I push back on AlDOT with it, is there are billboards in Northport that are visible from that scenic byway, and I said, I don't know how you expect me to be able to do anything about these billboards, and I think ultimately they relented. But in this situation, it certainly would have to come through us, and we don't want to get sideways with that, especially with the number of road projects we have going on.
So if you can see it,
From the scenic byway, Yes, sir.
So y'all, you just wanna suspend it for the time being until we can find out legally
Suspend-
where we
Only
stand.
along McBride's Ferry Road.
Right,
Yes, sir.
but not the whole, everything,
No, sir.
okay. Any questions?
So moved.
Would you like to second?
You go ahead.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, all right, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Busby.
Sorry. I had to run.
All right, let's talk about the suspension of new sidewalk cafe licenses.
Yes, sir, and I will try to brief you on this and kind of move through it quickly, and then Ms. Kreitz, Mr. Pons, and Chief Blankley can answer any more specific questions. So ultimately, what this resolution will do is it will suspend the issuance of new sidewalk cafe permits until January 31st of 2026. It will do nothing on existing sidewalk cafe permits, and the suspension is only valid for University Boulevard and any side streets up to the next block face. So a block off of University Boulevard in any direction on the side street, from Nick's Kids Avenue all the way down to Wallace Wade, which is with the predominant of downtown in the Strip area. What this resolution also does is say any sidewalk cafes that are permitted outside that boundary, and I'm happy to go over the boundary with you again, would be required to maintain at least 8 feet of clear sidewalks. We are running into a combination of issues. We are a bustling and popular downtown and entertainment area from downtown all the way to the Strip. And it's becoming more so than just, 6 football games a year. The sidewalk cafes have become increasingly popular, and they are increasingly pushing the limits of our sidewalks, not just for ADA compliance, which is required to be maintained, but just for the movement of people through our downtown. You don't have 1 and 2 people walking down the.
Between Fifth and Sixth Street on University Boulevard, there, 2 people can't walk abreast going up there. I don't know that a wheelchair could get through there. I don't know. So, I mean, I hope we do look into this.
And my hope would, if approved, that we do this process relatively quickly. I think we could have the benefit of being able to do any in-person observation that needs to be done. We will have our busiest season upon us.
Yes.
And hopefully have recommendations, if there are changes recommended, to be able to have those in place for renewables. But because we don't, we'll have to determine what parts get grandfathered, what don't.
Yeah.
But some of the recommendations may need to apply to existing, in which case we want to be able to run that through committee prior to people renewing theirs.
I know we're gonna do something, Mayor, aren't we, on Greensboro Avenue soon?
Yes, hopefully next summer we'll go construction between, is it 6 or 7? Yeah, just the cultural arts.
And that may help the situation.
At least in that section.
Yeah.
But as you know, and you and I have discussed, there's many sections in our downtown Strip where their ADA access is limited. And frankly, we also worry about crowd control issues, not just for game day, on regular nights.
Yeah.
And people having to walk in the streets to get around sidewalk cafes. I think we're now at a time where it's a good point for us to take a look at this and come back to you with some recommendations.
I agree.
So I have a question.
Yes,
Does this impact, I assume there's annual renewals?
Yes, sir, you renew annually in January. Wouldn't prohibit anybody from renewing as they are now. Wouldn't prohibit anybody from renewing as they are now.
So the ones that are now will be grandfathered in, it won't impact.
Whether or not any, if we come back and say, hey, there, no regulatory changes need to be made, then obviously nothing. If there are some regulatory changes that need to be made, those changes, we will have to determine on a staff level and certainly recommend to council whether or not those changes need to be something that only applies to new or applies across the board. I mean, if we, say for instance, we need more sidewalk, and so we say, hey, your clearance is gonna go from 5 feet to 8 feet. I probably recommend that nobody be grandfathered in, that we need that clearance, because that clearance is needed for public safety and ADA compliance, more so than anything else.
So
We-
is this in concert with or independent of the pricing of that utilization?
We can examine pricing as well in this. I was about to say, we seem to be looking at sidewalk cafes and the regulations every couple of years now. And so, you know, we've had minor tweaks happen here and there, and we can look at pricing again, Mr. Busby.
I would second that, Mr. Busby. I think we need to look at that strongly. Any other questions?
I'll just say that, I mean, much of it's in my district, obviously. There is a value in some ways added to the, it is good to see people out enjoying the day when it's an enjoyable day. The baggage that comes along with it is you have to leave room for people who are using the sidewalks to do it. You have to price it competitively.
Sure.
And then Chief and his crew have got, they've got to police it. It's behavior that otherwise would be inside that's out there for everybody to see and hear. So there's a win in here. There is a value added. I just look forward to seeing what the recommendations on the parameters of that are.
Any other questions?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Passes. Thank y'all. Chief, next time don't say so much.
Well, sometimes less is more, I think.
Mr. Mills.
All right, good evening, committee. We have one applicant today. Is for on-premises lounge retail liquor, Class 1, for Egan's Irish Pub LLC, located at 1229 University Boulevard. The hours of operations from 4 p.m., Sundays from 4 p.m. to 11, Monday through Thursday, 4 p.m. to 2 a.m., Fridays, 8 p.m. to 3, and Saturdays, 4 p.m. to 2 a.m. This is the area view of the location. This was previously unique, but this is a new establishment, new name. The owners are here to answer any questions you have. Again, this is a copy of the floor plan, the menu. Occupancy level will be 75 people. Tuscaloosa Police Department does not have any issues with this applicant at this time. Again, the applicant is here to answer any questions you have.
Were y'all Egan's, were y'all with Egan's
We're bringing
before?
Egan's back.
Yeah, were y'all with Egan's
Bob had
before?
Egan's before.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so we're bringing it with this blessing. So it became for sale, it was brokered. The brokers came to us. We have several places down on the strip. So we started hearing about who was interested. We wasn't looking to do another bar, but we jumped in, grabbed it. We're gonna turn it back into an Egan's Irish Pub.
Fire Marshal, I saw the police department doesn't have any objections. Are you okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
How is this one, Mr. Holmes, is this a new sidewalk permit or renewal?
No, it's just.
This is an alcohol license.
Alcohol license.
Are y'all gonna, you're Nick, right? Who's
Yes,
going?
sir. I'm Heath White, that's me.
Are y'all gonna seek to do sidewalk business out there?
We would love to. It's a big deal down there because we're gonna be non-smoking. So we can control that area for people that want to go.
Non-smoking, big easy.
I know, right? That's just gonna shock a few people, but yeah, we're gonna be, keep it clean and non-smoking. So that's important for us to have people go out, smoke, so we don't have to deal with it. So they don't just go out on the sidewalk and we can control it. The sidewalks are a big deal down there, guys. Because we're competing with like Houndstooth. I don't think that city, they have their own Buffalo Fields,
That's,
the cafe.
that's their property and
That's what I'm saying, but that.
it's free, that's theirs.
The entrance, like, we have more glory bound clearance than you do at Houndstooth to the road or Buffalo Fields on some sides. So it's like, it's gonna be more than a city. As far as clearance, you're gonna have personal property that's gonna cause, and I'm not here for that, I just was listening. So it's gonna be, it's gonna affect the people that depend on it, like Lori Bound, not necessarily Egan's. It could really devastate us, because we depend on that.
Y'all have a substantial section of the Glory
Yeah.
Bound business is on that right of way.
35 to 40 seats there, 88 inside. Yeah. And game days, you go and it's families, I mean, they love the patio. It's a big deal.
I want you to enjoy it.
Yeah, all right.
Any other questions about this? Any comments?
Yes, we're just voting on the alcohol license right now, though. Okay, yeah, we're good.
Have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
We welcome Chucker back. I mean, the Egan.
Chucker now. You really are going,
Chucker comes
Mr. Buzz,
back.
in the Chucker. I remember it well. All right, we will meet again on August 5th. And so do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.